Okay guys, we have got more plants from Facebook sellers or people on Facebook. I know it's an addiction. I should probably stop buying plants, but I consider this a Christmas present to myself. There are some rare little guys in here and I am very excited, and I just woke up too. So sorry if my voice sounds a little odd. Let me drink some water. Here we have it, guys. The insides. We should have 4 different species, or I should say types.
The first one is wrapped up some very lovely cushiony paper towel. This is some high-grade stuff. And let's see here.
Okay. We have, ooh, yes. Okay, they didn't name it, but I will put the name down below. I cannot recall how to pronounce it. This is a very uncommon, although it's becoming a little more common. It's a fern, aquatic fern. It could be used terrestrially, and it is quite tiny, as you can see. This is my hand. This is the plant. So these guys are a little cold because they were shipped and it is winter time. Oh, let's see. Oh, I see he put a few in this bag. So the first one is this fern. Very cute and adorable. Hoping I can not kill it. I don't think so, but yeah, it's not a bulbitis, but it does kind of remind me of it because of how the leaves are slightly translucent-ish. So that's one of the features bulbitis has, but this is not a bulbitis. This is probably some close relative. Let me get this in water. This should be Bucephalandra Black Angel. We have 2 lovely little pieces here. Looking awesome. Let's see. Next, we have this bag, which is a little more heavy. Okay. This looks like something.
What is this? Oh, okay. I know what this is. Oh.
So, I did order, this was what mostly caught my eye from the seller, was they had this type of moss. So this is, common name is rose moss, and I'm not sure scientific name. I will Google search it. This is also fully aquatic, although it looks like it's been grown terrestrially because there are some pieces of plant matter, like this little pine cone thingy, but it's all good. This should be fully aquatic also. I'm going to put it in water to rehydrate it since it's just a little bit dry, but it's looking awesome. Okay. And next, so this is Catheriniae mini. So I already have one of the normal Catheriniae variations of Bucephalandra, but that's the normal size. And it's about, yeah, I'd say it's about double the size of this. So this one is unique from all of my other ones because other than it being the smaller of the Catherine variety, it has these short little wavy leaves, or I guess I should say long for this type of plant, and it grows like a mat if you grow it out. So that's why I picked this species of Bucephalandra. And then the other one that I picked, it's considered to be dark, very dark blue purple to black, so that is why I picked the Black Angel one out of the many different types of Bucephalandra there are out there. I am thoroughly satisfied. I am so happy, and I don't know if I want to admit how much I paid for these plants. But here they all are, just chilling. I'm just gonna put them in some area with decent light. So grab you guys. So I'm thinking we'll put it right in front of this tank here. Maybe I'll just put it down here actually. Okay, there we go. I will have to replant that in a little bit. But for now, it's gonna just be chilling over there. Ah, beautiful. Hey everyone, it's been 2 weeks, so yay to procrastination, so I can show you what has been happening in my little moss bin. But I put all of the new plants here, or relatively new. It's been 2 weeks now. This is one of the Bucephalandra's Black Angel. It's slowly growing. I think it's more or less just adjusting. It's not dying, so that's always a good sign. It's not dead yet. And then here's the other one. I was rummaging around in here trying to separate mosses and split things, so it is a little messy. This is the second one. It's looking a lot better. You can see the new growth is coming out through that tip right there. Yeah, really awesome. It also has some new root growth compared to the other one. So that one's doing a little bit better. And then what else? Oh yeah, so everywhere, just mixed everywhere in here, we have the mini Catherine Bucephalandra. Super cute, super tiny. And it was sold as a mat, quote unquote, but during shipping, or maybe they were all separate pieces, a lot of the pieces like just kind of separated themselves. So we've got just a lot of little rhizomes chilling all over the place. Like, oh my goodness. Well, this one's a better clump. This is definitely more of a mat. So we have a few of those types. I also have one other Bucephalandra in here, which I did mention on my last video. We have all of this one here. These ones came from a tissue culture named Down Below. And so there are a bunch of these little guys just chilling all over the place. And we have also the two more rarer plants in here. Sorry for the reflection. We've got this one here. This is one of the mini ferns. This piece, pretty tiny. I recently put in some of these today, so they are looking still a little raggedy. I did have them growing in like a little container, similar to like a container like this. I basically just had water, no substrate, and I just put some plastic wrap on top. So they did get a little more dried out, but one of these pieces has been growing in here for a decently long time, about a week. Yeah, you can see this one is really, really good. So this one was the one that was in water for about a week. It still is a little raggedy, dried out a little bit during shipping, but you can see here we have 3 new leaves coming up. Really exciting. And then if you look really carefully, see if I can find an example. Right here. If you look super, super carefully and it focuses, you can see on my finger right there, in between 2 leaves, we have 2 more leaves, 2 little green nubs coming out amongst the brown and black. So that is really awesome and good to see. I was not sure if this was a fully aquatic fern. From what I read, it's a lot like a Bucephalandra, where it's going to be on the rocks and stuff in between water and land, and it will get flooded in times and then be more terrestrial at other times. So it's really good to see that is transferring to fully aquatic. And then down here, these are kind of loose. I put two of the rose mosses in here as an experiment because I also wasn't sure about how these are gonna adjust. So this one is doing really, really well because this has been growing in the water for about a week, and you can see there is a little bit of green stem or nub coming out of that more wooden area, and that is going to be a point of new growth, maybe a new flower head, maybe a new stem structure. Now this is a moss, so this isn't an actual flower. Those are the leaves, and this is not exactly a stem, but for all intents and purposes, we can call it a stem. Acts like a stem pretty much. And yeah, so that's really exciting. So I had 2 of them floating in here because I wasn't sure how well they were gonna transfer Let me show you the other ones. So we have the other ones in this little bin over here, and we are gonna crack this open. This is where I grow all my terrarium plants. Over here, this one leaf, that's one of the mini ferns, and then there's another leaf under here. I kind of tucked it under that piece of wood. I have noticed that these guys are getting dry, and unfortunately it is what it is. For some reason more air leaks out on this side than the other side, but this one is getting completely overgrown with Monte Carlo and grass and the hydrocot, and there's a little war going on over here, although there's plant wars everywhere. Plants are growing in plants on top of plants. Yeah, I need to definitely clear this out. I do have one more little fern right here. I don't want to disturb it too much, but there is some growth on that. And that guy is looking a little dry. So I better water him also. The water I'm using to spray here is from my dehumidifier. It's just the water collected out of the atmosphere of my fish room. So quite a lot of water is taken out by that little dehumidifier, and that's what I use to spray this. I believe that would mean it's like pure RO or something, but I'm not quite sure. Here, I guess I'll pull this one out so I can show you guys. This I did last night. Oh yeah, you can see here. So these were grown in that little Tupperware container with just some water and basically very high humidity. I cut some of my dry dead moss that was in here, and I used it to kind of wedge it in between all of the little rose moss pieces. And all of those little green points coming out are new points of growth. So that'll be really cool to see if those turn into stems or if those are going to turn into like the flower type foliage at the top. We shall see. And it's not tied down. I was thinking about this. It's really nice to have terrestrial plants because you don't need to worry about tying everything down. You can just basically very carefully wedge things and it will stay in place, and you won't have to worry about things floating up. That is always so annoying with aquatic plants. So yeah, here's the other one I did, and I mostly just laid everything down on top, but this is little chunks of cholla wood. So it's very porous, or not porous, but there's little holes. I don't know if you can see, I don't want to flip it upside down, but there's a lot of holes in this wood. And it's really easy to tuck things in the little crevices. So that's what I've done for here. Anyways, just kind of wedge that in there. So anyways, that's the moss, that's everything. If you want to learn how to grow aquarium plants and turn them back into terrestrial terrarium type plants, check out this video. Wait a second, guys. Wait a second. What is this? What is that? Is that a flower?